Right now we're passing and we're standing, or we're like half cutting right here just hoping to get the ball back. It's actually pretty selfish, okay? If you really want the ball, the best thing you can do here is cut or screen away. We're gonna cut. And when we're gonna cut, we're gonna be a wide receiver in football. Look, I run this route, but just because Tom Brady doesn't see me doesn't mean I stop and come back to Tom Brady and go get the ball. I keep running my route, right? Might not be familiar with football, but even though I'm running this route and I don't get the ball, the fact that the route I'm running is related to every other route of receivers or tight ends or whoever's going out for a route. And because I'm doing this, I'm taking defenders with me that might open up the next man's route. That's how football works with wide receivers. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
It works the same way with cutting in basketball. Because Tim might cut. He might not have anything, but because he brought him here, now obviously he's gonna fill. But look, defender here, if he's not watching this cut and making sure Key has it on his own, Tim might get a layup, right? Because think about this, go back. He's already on the help line, why? Because you're weak side, right? So play weak side, and let Tim get a jump on you on the cut. If Key can't handle this himself, it's going to be his job to slide over and Key bumps off on a switch. So it's his job to watch this cut too. Does that make sense? So look at my point here. Tim cuts, but Key has it. Here goes Q on a fill. But because he had to stay home long enough to protect the cut, is he here to deny this? No. So right there alone, we just did something. It takes pressure from those teams. They'll be up here, they'll be denying, and they don't like you swinging the ball to the perimeter. It softens that pressure, number one, because they got to start respecting cuts. Real cuts, not give me the ball. Hard cuts to the basket, and you either run your route and you get it or you don't. So what have we been doing the last day and a half? We've been attacking and drawing help to us to create closeouts, right? Now we're still going to do that in 3v3 setting, but now we're also going to cut and create closeouts. The dribble's good. Obviously, that's why I taught it to you. But you got to have more than one way. What if they're locking your dribble up? Who here's played a team where everybody could lock up a dribble? Okay, and they take that option away, or they weaken it even though it's a strength of yours? You better have something else.
Back it up. 1, 2, 3, and attack. Good.
Otherwise, you lose that game instantly because you have no offense.
1, 2, 3, and attack. Good.
Besides a stop and a fast break, but do you really win games on just fast breaks alone? Not at the levels y'all are playing at. Teams are too good. They score too much for you to just win with fast breaks. Actually, college scouts are watching. Some college coaches, they'll see you play once, and if you don't show up and play well, they don't come see you again. I've seen it with my own eyes. College might not be the path for all of you, that's fine. But there's going to be some opportunity you're going to miss if you cannot push through being tired. Tim got the swing from Junior, and his first thought at top of the key was put it on the backside and keep creating. I don't think that's wrong, because how much do we really get here? Not a lot, because the defense usually sits here, right? But in this case, because the cut created a closeout, I want us to catch and look for ours. Most young players your age either catch here and try to go one-on-one here and screw things up, or you just only swing and you never give yourself a chance to get a bucket you should get. Even when I was in the infantry, yes, we tried to get through every problem we had. We tried to keep attacking, keep fighting. But sometimes, hey, if there's 4 of us and 26 of those guys, sometimes you got to get out of there too. Sometimes you got to retreat to fight another fight. Does that make sense? And in our case, it's, well, let me get out of there so I don't give this ball up. Cone. We're going to retreat out, and then we're going to anchor that ball side foot and change and cut this sharp, and then just go out and go. We would go here, and then we did this good, but how we set our feet really slowed us down into getting into those first 3 steps. Your first 3 steps of any race are the most important. Transition, trap, everything. Football, everything, right? So I need you guys, when we get into this change, I need you to make sure this is a good base you can load from, and your first step really drives out and propels the next 5 to 6. Instead of what I'm seeing is this, a heavy-footed change, and then we're taking extra steps just to kind of wind up. Part of being fast is being fast. Part of being fast is cutting down all the wasted motion you're using in your body. If I can do something in 4 seconds instead of 6 seconds just because I didn't move this way, is that becoming faster? Yeah, I went from 6 to 4. Go all the way back. When you go, just one change and go, no extra, no extra. Okay, go, change and go, change and go. Hey, how well we twist this down. A lot of you are trying to twist it at the top of the dribble. There's no more life in that dribble. So the ball's not gonna move much when it doesn't have much life left. Does that make sense? It moves more when it has life, meaning when we're putting power down into the floor. So with these twists, you need to be pushing down, and then as you're pushing down, you're pushing out. And then just grabbing it and doing the same thing, down to out, not just out like you're floating like a helicopter. Does that make sense? Power's gotta be on the front foot, because I wanna push and kick, because I can have all the twists I want, but if I got these baby steps, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, I'm loading front foot and push and kick like I'm doing defensive slides while I twist. So what I want y'all to do when you dribble up and you come back, see the least amount of dribbles you can get back to the sideline with. 1, 2, 3, and then when it's your turn again, try to do less, or try to do, if you're down to 2s and 3s, try to do it stronger and quicker. Do you remember the speech I gave you about the what and the why? Okay, so what is the what? Right, coach says be in the corner, be in the corner. But that's as deep as it goes, right?
1, 2, and a hard pass. Good, 1, 2.
What was the why? You got that one too? I'll let you double dip. What's gonna happen? Why? What's forcing that read, right? How's the defense gonna react? All that stuff, right? But I hope you get the whys and the understanding of how to play this game. For my guys that wanted to back up and dribble, now you understand the benefit of a closeout and triple threat, or one move and go, or being in the right spacing when other people drive, or reading the rotations, or that stuff. I'd love for you to try to get on TV tonight. It doesn't matter if it's college, it doesn't matter if it's NBA, WNBA, or go on YouTube, just Google a game, right? It could be a EuroLeague game, Euro Cup game. That's cool to watch, it's a little different over there. And look for those things. We as humans learn better off when we can reference things we already know. So if we taught you this in 2 days, and then you go watch basketball looking for this stuff, guess what's happening? The learning process. And you're learning it deeper and stronger. Learning at surface level, you'll forget it tomorrow. Especially as much as you guys are bombarded with information, you can forget it very fast because technology shoves it down your throat. To master anything, you have to learn it deeper. Kanye West might be crazy, but when it comes to producing music, that man has a deep skill in what he does. To continuously succeed and create more great things, he's deeply learned that skill, right? And I know you all live in a new generation where you can learn this and learn this and learn this and learn this, but everything's surface level. If you love this game, if you want to play whatever your next level is, whether it be a better club team that travels, or now you're preparing for high school, or if you're preparing for high school, you're trying to make varsity as a freshman, or you're just trying to make your first middle school team, whatever, you've got to learn it deeper. And we talked about this yesterday. How many superstars, what's the percentage of superstars in the NBA? 8%, 6%? Of about 450 jobs? Everybody else is a role player. If you're a role player that doesn't play defense, you don't even have a contract. And in high school, you don't have playing time.
For the gram, ladies and gentlemen.